everyone and welcome back to my channel. On today's video it is the completed pages, so this will be my completed pages for June 2025. Now if you can hear some background noise, I have my dishwasher on and my fan on. I'm trying to get things done and obviously stay cool as well, so I do apologise for any background noise. We'll start off with my figures. I got this idea from Tolgy Wood Colours, her YouTube channel. So my completed pages I've done this month is 9, which is amazing for me. I normally do between 5 and 7, probably about 5. I've been hitting 5 or 6, not really 7, but I completed 9 pages this month. Buddy colours I have 5 done, so that is an improvement as well. And out of my project book I did 2 pages, so that was my small victories. And untouched books, I got into 5 untouched books, so I am really happy with how much I got done this month. I also want to say thank you to everyone who took part in my hashtag, which is Camellia Angel Cover June 2025, and I did 2 pages from Camellia Angel Cover books, which I'll show you a bit later on. But yeah, it was great to see everyone's work over on Instagram. Thank you. I shall start with my Small Victories book, which if you've been with me for a while will know that is my project book now. And in this book I have completed 2 pages this month. I completed, let me see if I can find them. This one. So I did the spring page in April and then wanted to do the summer page this month. So on this page I used Brute Fooners, I have the square ones, Super Golden Markers, Derwent Blender Pencil, Pentel Dual Metallic Hybrid and Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust. So I did the Super Golden Markers on this lettering here and it just gives it that shine. Pentel Dual Metallic and Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust on the flowers and the leaves around here, if that's showing up on the camera. It's really hard to, I want to see the sparkle. But yeah, now I've got 2 pages complete in this book, side by side. Next season will be the autumn and the winter, and I look forward to seeing how I can change my colours up to show off the autumn and winter scene. So that is one of those. And the next page I did in this book was this page just here, which I've called the Kaleidoscope page. And I used 2 of these Sarah Renee Clark colour cubes. One was the 140 and one was the 206. I didn't use these colours out of this palette, but I used these 2 and then all the rest of these. So this was just a simple page for me just to put down some straight colouring. I really enjoyed it. I did use quite a lot of items or mediums on this page. So there was Woomers and Brute Fooner squares and Brute Fooner macaroons. Derwent Blender Pencil to smooth it all out. Pentel Dual Metallic Hybrid. I think on some of the, maybe on the, oh yeah, the purpley blue bits up here that you might be able to see. Super Golden Markers, I used that for the bordering around it, so this border that you see all around. So I thought that colour tied in quite nicely with it. I used Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust, Uniball Signo White, so the white was for the dottings, and the Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust, sorry, is on some of the sparkle bits in the dotting here and on this one just here. Not sure how well that's showing up on camera. It's always hard to get a sparkle to show up, and just use the gel pens as sort of the highlight embellishments on this page. So it was an easy page to do. It didn't take me too long and didn't take too much thought process, but I like the way it's turned out. So that is that one. That's my 2 books and small victories by Johanna Basford. The next book I have is this lovely book by Diane Dufour, which is New Norse Therapy, which is known as the Teddy Bear book, as a body colour with Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven here on YouTube and on Instagram. The page that we did was the Lighthouse page. Now, I'd wanted to do this for quite a while, this page, and when she sent me over some pictures, I don't know, I think I actually sent some over some pictures. Oh, I can't remember which way around it was. Anyway, we chose this page to do, and I had so much fun doing it. I based it all with, well, not all of it, but I based a lot of it with Derwent Inktense and then went over with Brute Funa squares. I used my TBC gel crayons, the silky gel crayons, for the background. A super golden marker. Where did I use my super golden marker? May have been on the silver bit on the lighthouse here. And then I used a silver gel pen on these swirl bits here, which to me represent wind. And then I covered up some places where I went over with the Inktense with a Signo white and Jelly Roll white, and also in places with the Unipin fine liner in black. And didn't like the cloud on the background to start with, but I obviously then made it work. So this one was a bit too dark, but then I brought the darkness over to this one. Sorry about that if you can hear my cat in the background. She's trying to keep cool as well. I'm recording this when it's potentially going to get up to 34 degrees, so we're both rather warm. But yeah, this one was absolutely fantastic to do with Kate. I shall put Kate's picture here, and I love how we have chosen the same like outfit for the bear, same similar colours on the lighthouse as well. And yeah, I just love this paper, this book, and thank you for buddying with me, Kate. That is a page out of New Norse Therapy by Diane Dufour. The next book I have is Mine Rice Dirch Africa, and this was another buddy colour. And this buddy colour with Shannon off of Instagram. And this was the page that we did. I used Brute Funa's and Sakura's Jelly Roll Stardust, Pentel Dual Metallic Hybrid. So that's all for like the dotting in the flowers here. And then the Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust is for some other details on the leaves and I think on the butterflies. I used a Derwent blender pen to get all this background smooth, and I used a Signo Uniball white gel pen on this butterfly and around the border here. And it was the first page in this book, and I tried a simple bokeh effect for the background, and I did get some of the colour combos from Pamela's Passion for Pencils YouTube for the flowers. That is the first page in this book done, and I shall put Shannon's here, and I just like the way that her pages come out, and I like her background as well. So thank you, Shannon, for buddying with me, and I look forward to the next one we're doing. And that was Mine Rice Dirch Africa by Rita Berman. I did notice something though, that when I had this book open for a while, I've noticed that it doesn't really lie flat on the spine. I'm not sure whether it's coming unglued or unstuck here, so I have to be very careful with this book now. But yeah, glad to have this one in my collection. The next the next page I did was out of I'm not going to pronounce this, is known as the Seasons book by Rita Berman, and we chose to do this page. I called it the Summer Floral Wreath. Now I knew it was calling out for a colour palette when I saw it, and I chose a colour palette off of Pinterest from Magnolia and Mill of Etsy. I sent it to the girls and they were quite happy for me to use that palette, and they wanted to use it as well. I used Brute Funas and Woomers on here. Derwent Blender pencil mainly to smooth out the background. Pentel Dual Metallic Hybrid, Sakura Jelly Roll Moonlight, Sakura Jelly Roll White, and a Posca White paint pen. The inspiration for the cherries at the top here was Rainer cherries. I've never heard of Rainer cherries before, but one of the girls sent this picture through and they were pictures offline. And you can see where I've used the white for the dotting and some of the Sakura Moonlight and Pentel for the sparkle and dotting in these flowers here. So I like how this one's turned out. I especially like how I've blended my cherries together, and the certain elements of the flowers have a lot of sparkle, and I'm not sure if that's picking up in there, but I love the colour palette that I've used. It was a lot of fun to do, and I think this was one of my first pages that I did this month, so yeah. And I don't have the other girls' pages yet, but if I do have them, by the time I edit and upload this video, I will put them alongside my page. So thank you very much to the girls that I have on a Facebook group together, and we've done quite a few pages now. So I'll say thank you now, even though I don't have your pages, but I know that they're in whatever that word is. So yeah, if I have them, I will show them. And that is out of the Seasons book by Rita Berman. Next book I did, and let me just zoom you out a bit, was out of Mouse Adventures, and this is a Colouring Heaven pocket edition book that I picked up last month with Morgan O'Brien's illustrations in it. And I had a buddy colour with Clare from Crafty Clare 1 on YouTube, and I absolutely had a blast doing this. I used TBC gel crayons for the background, various Sakura Jelly Rolls, metallic white, Moonlight and Stardust, so basically the whole pack. Ohuhu Honolulu alcohol markers for the majority of it, except for the background. And then, what did I go over? Did I go over any of it in pencil? I'm not sure if I did, you know. It doesn't say I did. I did use Unipin Fine Line in black and gold gel pen. Yeah, so I was wanting a sunset background, bright parachute, and I'll have a grey mouse in this book. But I don't know if I went, or if I did go over it in any pencil. I don't think I recorded down what pencils I used. But you know me, it will be either the Woomers or the Brute Funa squares. So that is what I did. I think this looks like, I want to say Brute Funa squares, but I'm not sure. So I know that Woomers go well over alcohol markers in Amazon books, so it could well be the Woomers, but only in like touches and places like on these leaves here in the bush, maybe to shadow underneath the hat on her. And then the majority of it was decorated over the top of this parachute, was decorated with various gel pens that I mentioned. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't write it down, but anyway, that is my first page out of this book. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and another way of me doing a different colour clouds and background as well. I do like doing sunset backgrounds, but I've not really played around with too many pink or orangey yellow clouds. I still put Claire's picture here, and I just love how we colours on our mouse, and hers has turned out beautifully. So thank you, Claire, for buddying with me, and I look forward to our next one. And that is out of Mouse Adventures, Colouring Heaven pocket book edition by Morgan, or illustrated by Morgan O'Brien. The book I have is Monette du Bonheur, which is translated to Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanuku Ugasa, and I literally have just got this finished by the skin of my teeth on the 30th. What, the 30th or 31st? What are we today? 30th, sorry. I never know how many days a month is. I know there's a rhyme or something for it, but I don't remember that rhyme either. And I did this with as a body colour with Kimberly from Kimberly Colours on Instagram, and we did I've named it Pigs in Teacup page. For this, I knew it was screaming out to me to have a colour palette, a pastel colour palette, and I picked out from the Pastel Revenue by Johanna Stone. I've probably completely and utterly ruined how to pronounce that, but I chose the teacups page out of it and then obviously swatched my colours out. So this was my inspiration for this page, and I've darkened up my shadows using other darker colours because the darker pastels just weren't dark enough for me, and I wanted darker shades on like these flowers, and on the bows of the pigs. I used Brute Funa squares and macaroons, Derwent blender pencil to smooth it out, Posca white pen, gold gel pen, and then Winsor & Newton drawing ink on the background. I did the sprinkling effect. I shall try and show you off some of this, the background, the sparkle on the background, if it's showing up at all. So you can see where I used a lot of gold gel pen on here. So yeah, and the white paint, white Posca paint pen was to get rid of the black lines on these flowers because I knew they'd be quite light in colour. So I wanted to give that a go, and I'm quite happy with how this page has turned out. I quite like the sprinkling effect that I've done. I laid all pieces of paper all around it. I laid a piece of paper underneath it, and I did it on my kitchen floor and just had a just felt like a little kid, just literally sprinkling away, but I like the outcome of it. And I shall show Kimberly's page here, and I just love how we've sort of gone for similar colours in our teapot and overall actually, but hers is like more vibrant than mine, and mine's more muted pastel colours, but that was great. And I believe that was Kimberly's first buddy colour, so I am so happy to have been chosen to be her first buddy colour, and maybe we can buddy in the future, but thank you for buddying with me. So that is Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanuku Ugasa. It was nice to use a colour palette out of these Johanna Stone books, and I have a video up on these books as like alternative to the colour cubes because they're a little bit cheaper as well, so I'll link that video in the description box. Now we're getting on to the Camellia Angel Cova books, and oh my word, I absolutely fell in love with these pages or these books, and I don't know what's put me off for so long for getting them. Yes, I didn't have my Ohuhu markers till this year, or the middle of this year, a few months ago now, but when I got started in these books I absolutely loved how they turned out. They were so quick and simple to do. I can understand why YouTubers now choose alcohol markers to sort of quickly do a page, and I can understand how they get so many done in a month, because I could get one done in a day, and for me that never happens. So this is 50 Woodland Miniatures, and it is by Camellia Angel Cova, and this is exactly why I set up my hashtag this month, because I knew I wanted to get a couple of these pages done. And the page that I did was this page. Now I always name my pages, as you know if you've been with me for a while. So this is Picking Strawberries page, and I used the Ohuhu alcohol markers for basing, Rumours on top for shading, Derwent blender pencil for smoothing out some areas, Unipin fine liner in black, probably where I've gone over in white and then had to go back over with black again, Sakura Jelly Roll Moonlight, Glossy Accents Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust, and it was for my hashtag Camellia Angel Cover June 2025. So with alcohol markers you have to be so careful not to go over the lines or not to go too up closely to the line, otherwise they bleed over. So I think I must have done that in some areas, and that's why I've used the white and the Unipin fine liner black, but also I've used the white for highlights. And I love how this page has turned out. Yes, like a lot of us YouTubers, I put a circle in the background here just so I don't have to completely fill the whole page with the background, and I think that's come out well. And I think the first person that I saw do this or know that I've done it is Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven, and also Jess from Colouring Bumblebee. And it's not the first time I've used it, but it's come out really well, I think, is the Glossy Accents. So it's like a liquid in a bottle with like a nozzle on it, and I just put it on the eyes, so then they've got that glossy reflective look to them. And yeah, this just was a lot of fun to do, and I just love the way I didn't use the colour palette at all, but I just love how I've got the greens, the reds and the pinks on there, and then the browns sort of fitted in well as well. I'm really happy with how my wheelbarrow turned out, and the shading on the strawberries as well. So yeah, I really love this page. That was 50 Woodland Miniatures. The next book I've got is the 50 Jungle Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cover, and I did this page. Now this page, I called it the Relaxing Frog page. Again, it was for my hashtag Camellia Angel Cover June 2025. I've used the same Ohuhu alcohol markers, Woomers over the top, Derwent blender pen, the Unipin fine liner in black, and the Uniball Signo white, and Glossy Accents. So I think I've used basically the same on these two pages. Again, you can see the hopefully the Glossy Accents you can see on the eyes, and I've used a stencil circle around again. Like I said, lots of YouTubers do that, or adult colorists. But again, when I look at this page, I absolutely love it, and I always think of my my best friend when I do frocks. So yeah, I think this was my first page, and I can see there's a lot of like touch-up areas, but I won't show it too closely to you so that you can't see them, but I know that they're there. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing these two pages, and there's so much variety of animals in each of these, and woodland scenes in the other one. So I'm looking forward to coming back and trying maybe to do at least one a month of these books, because I think you can get them out at the jungle miniatures probably more in the summer, and then the woodland one maybe like summer to autumn winter time. Yeah, so that is another page complete, and these were 2 untouched books, and now they are not untouched. So that is my completed pages for the month. I think that my favourite for the month would have to, oh, it's a hard one, isn't it? I really did enjoy these Camellia Angel Cover ones, but I think for me, I really enjoyed the concept of putting down the Derwent ink tents on this page. I think it's the paper, and then doing the TBC gel crown background, and just sort of shading over the top as well. So I think this one might have been my favourite for the month, but it's hard, isn't it, when I've done quite a few out of new books as well this month. This one probably, or the Camellia Angel Cover book, the pages. So if you'd like to leave me a comment with your favourite page that I've done, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So it'll be my July plans. I am also putting together a video for the monthly process of how an adult colorist on YouTube has to put, or how much work they have to put into their channel, the process of that. And then next month is also a year of me having my channel, so I am going to show you pages from last year to this year, and then we can compare them. So I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you, bye bye.